Hi, my name is Brenda Khor, and I am a MIT for Ushers New Look, and I have been at MIT for about 3 years now. And so, how did I first get involved with Ushers New Look? Well, I first got involved with Ushers New Look as a program assistant intern through one of my dear friends that works with Ushers New Look. And as a program assistant intern, my responsibilities were to, study the objectives and see how we could promote the mission of Ushers New Look, look about PR strategies, and also research opportunities for the members in the program to see what they can do and become better leaders in the world. And I think, while interning there, I could tell how special it was. It was more than just a nonprofit that, cared about giving the skills for people, for students, for youth to become leaders in the world. They were more than that. They were a family, and they want the best for each and every person in the family, as well as rely and support one another even through the hard times, and be able to have that safe space within the nonprofit. And I think that's very, very important, and that's why I was so attracted by Ushers New Look. So while interning there, I was asked if I wanted to be in MIT, and I think that was a very great moment in my life because I could tell how much love there was in that organization. And so yes, I said yes. And I think while being there, as a student, I learned a lot about myself. I learned skills that I never thought I would have. I challenged myself. I was given opportunities that related to what I wanted to do. And I think I became a better, well-rounded individual, not only to make an impact in my environment and community, but also think long-term of what I wanted to do and how I could best reach everyone that I wanted to reach. So through this organization, I found that my sparks were blogging, advocating for youth, as well as broadcasting. And my career goal, my end goal, my vision is to be a television correspondent. I want to be able to see, I want to be able to initiate change on how we perceive individuals, communities, and all in all our nation. And I think that by advocating for others, pertaining to youth, and explaining how these events affect us as a whole will help people long term, and help the communities as well, and have that voice to give to them that they might not want to give out to everybody. And so I plan by doing this by facilitating more PBS trainings and attending workshops and panels that Ushers New Look always holds for us, and as well as look for opportunities pertaining to my sparks. And so what have I learned? Let's see, what have I learned? That's a really good question. While being an MIT, well, first I learned how to expand my thinking. I learned how to improve on my writing as well as public speaking, and relating, connecting to anyone, especially the youth that we do a lot of PBS trainings for. I feel like there's always a way to reach out to a kid. There's always a way to empathize and sympathize. Even though you may not have the same experiences, there's always that connection. And I think that Ushers New Look has taught me that no matter how different you may seem to be, there's always that same difference that links one another, and that will create some type of initiation and some type of change, some type of progress. And I think that's what they learned, what I learned personally, and I think I also learned how to, while being at MIT, I also learned how to market my brand. I think that's a big play on what PBS trainings are all about. One of the session is on branding, and I think that we have to kind of do what we speak. We have to act on what we speak. And so we always tell the students in the program about branding yourself and marketing yourself in a positive image, and I think that's very important. So I learned how to market my brand. Like, for example, I remember participating with the Deloitte company, and my team and I had to collaborate. We had to come up with a plan, a big project that we wanted to do. And so we collaborated and thought about all our sparks and putting them all together. And so I think we brainstormed a plan, like, we designed our project proposal, and it was to go around different communities and, you know, just knock on their doors and asking them to, you know, help plant these gardens and build them to grow vegetation. And I think that by doing that, by putting our sparks together, even though they may be all different, we could come up with a beautiful project. And so we came up with a gardening proposal and how, you know, bringing the community together, as well as making sure that these plants are grown to be able to eat, and so everyone's healthier, and reduce the obesity that's happening in the world right now. That's very big. So we wanted to solve a problem. So using our sparks, we came up with a solution, and that solution could potentially help, you know, the communities around us, as well as other communities who wish to partake in it as well. And you know, by being in MIT, it really showed me how to not be scared of really like what you really want to do, even though that vision is so high. Yeah, it's just the opportunities are pretty endless, or at least they make me feel like it's endless. You know, like I said, I have a passion for broadcasting and media and helping and advocating for youth. So me and a dear friend of mine who's also at MIT, Angie Ross, she and I basically want to come up with a project called #SpeakOut. And so with this project, we want, you know, Ushers in the Look youth members to be involved and be able to speak their opinions on specific social, political, or social matters that are important to them through the media. So students will be able to how to produce clips from scripting to broadcasting, and we want to do a community outreach, and that is through the kids of Ushers in the Look, so kind of passing it down generation to generation. Let's see, next question. What are some trials that I've faced while trying to achieve my goals, and how did Ushers in the Look find solutions? Well, some of the trials that I've had was like, you know, enrolling at a predominantly white institution in the middle of nowhere. I was limited by the opportunities given to me, especially when I wanted to do broadcasting. There's not really a lot of like opportunities given or internships held while being here. We learn the broad concepts, but we don't do a lot of hands-on experiences. So, you know, Ushers in the Look helps me by providing me with opportunities, you know, just making connections with people who might, you know, who have or had some experiences with it, and job shadow. I think those are the top three, and just making sure that, or just assuring me that really, like, if this is what I want to do, then no matter what, no matter the obstacles that come, like, you can always persevere and face it and accomplish it. You know, it's not going to be easy, but I think that if you have that persistence and you have that motivation and dedication to you, then I think that you can accomplish anything. What are some greatest achievements, and how has the program impacted my accomplishments? That's a great question. Well, so far I've had a lot of great achievements. You know, one is I was accepted as a Teach for America Corps member in Miami. I was accepted as a Fulbright fellow as I will be teaching English to students in Spain, and I also completed a senior independent study, which is kind of like a big thesis project. And so for those who don't know, these three are big milestones for me this year, and Ushers in the Look definitely had a big impact on every single project that I've done and accomplished thus far. You know, after long thinking, I kind of, outweighed the pros and cons, and I accepted to be a Fulbright Fellow next year. So I'll be teaching English to kids in Spain, which I'm really excited about, and as well as completing my IS, which is my independent study, and it was a 105-page paper about the perceptions of telenovelas in Mexico and how the people of Mexico see telenovelas and their representation of what telenovelas are about, and does it really reflect actual society. And I think both opportunities, Ushers and Look had a big part of it, just because they would always reassure me that, like, no matter what you do, you will do great. You will excel in what you want to do. And so they always, consistently reassured me about my passions for media, for broadcasting, for helping youth. And they always encouraged me that my sparks are are the catalyst of everything that I do. Like, if I have my sparks and I have that passion, then I have what it takes to accomplish it. And I think that's a very motivational thing that they do, because they don't force you to do anything. They don't do it for you. And I think that's really important of a nonprofit or any organization to do, is they teach you the skills, they teach you foundations, they give you the opportunities that they have offered, and it's your choice, it's your initiative to take it. And I think by doing that, by showing me that if I have the foundations, then I can succeed, and thus I accomplished what I accomplished, and I'm just very grateful for what Ushers and Look has given for me. What advice will I give students? I think the advice that I would give students that will help younger students, the advice I would give younger students is probably to, be hungry, be humble, and be happy. I think when I say be hungry, I mean always attacking and challenging yourself. Always have something to do. Don't settle for anything less. Be humble when you get an accomplishment. It's great to tell people, and it's great to show and just value your achievements, but it's also to remain humble that way, and help others while doing that, because it shows that you not only care for yourself, but you care about others as well. And be happy. I think you can't really go wrong with anything that you do. You have to be happy, because if you don't do any task with happiness, you're kind of gonna end up in a very lonely place, and kind of in a dark corner, and I don't think that anyone wants that. So I would definitely tell students to be hungry, be humble, and be happy. Be hungry for everything, every task given to you. Be humble, and just be happy. Be happy. And then I think with those three, you can find balance, and when you find that balance, you can be successful. You will be successful. What are life lessons? I mean, aside from those three, be hungry, be humble, and be happy, I would say that to also not be afraid to showcase your skills, to not be afraid to enter an environment let's backtrack. Life lessons that Ushers and Look that has taught me. Let's see. Life lessons that Ushers and Look has taught me is to be hungry, be humble, and be happy, as well as not being afraid to showcase your skills and your talents, not being afraid of opinions, as well as always entering an environment with positive attitude and continue to actively involve yourself in the community. It's a lot, I know, but yeah, those I can say are the life lessons that I've learned through Ushers New Look is to be hungry, be humble, and be happy, to not be afraid to showcase your skills and your talents, to actively involve yourself in the community, and also to enter an environment with positive attitude. You can never go wrong with that. You'll always be successful if you are able to do that. Let's see. My favorite quote, my favorite and biggest inspiration has got to be from Michelle Obama. So Michelle Obama's quote, and I quote, let's see. Okay, sorry. My biggest inspiration has to be from Michelle Obama. I think she's a very powerful woman, powerful leader, powerful individual who has made so much, just so much as a first lady, and she's my biggest inspiration. So she says, there are still many causes worth sacrificing for. There are still many causes worth sacrificing for. So much history yet to be made. I think that's so powerful. I think that it shows that you have to sacrifice a little bit of who you are, a little bit of what you have to able to accomplish what you really want to accomplish. And that's, that's the bigger picture. The bigger picture is that there's so many changes that have yet to be made, and you have to give a little to get a lot back. Even if it's a little, like this much, like that much, it will be enough. You just gotta keep on persisting and keep on trying. And I think that her quote really speaks up to me, just because it shows that anyone can be a leader, anyone can make history, with the right set of skills, the right set of talents. You can make impact, you can make influence, you can make a big contribution to the society and to the world. My greatest New Look memory. My greatest New Look memory has got to be always actually when we're in PBS trainings and the students do expressions. I think that every time a student performs their spark, it shows that a different side of who they are, but also that the talents in this world are endless, and that they can do so much change in their communities, and that it kind of gives me hope that the world can be a better place when I see these types of expressions, from dancing to writing to singing to poetry to drawing to rapping to just solving a Rubik's Cube. I don't know. I just think that being able to witness these sparks kind of gives me hope that using these talents, they can make an influence in their community. Okay, so why do I feel that Ushers New Look program is important for society today? Ushers New Look program is a very important organization that is vital for today's society, because I feel like kids are the changing face of leadership in this country, and Ushers New Look always places an emphasis on the 4 pillars: talent, education, career, and service. And through these 4 pillars, they're the components of success, and it shows that each individual can bring something different to the table. So this program not only creates something positive and a big impact in society, but also that each family member is involved in the process. It's not just one person going out there and doing it itself. It's it's a collective thing, and I think that the world needs that. I think the world needs to be a collective, and Ushers New Look is a big stepping stone for that, because it's a united family that has a lot of diverse personalities, has a lot of diverse skills, diverse talents, diverse characteristics, traits, personalities, like everything. I think that because Usher's New Look has so much diversity, not only with people and how you look, but also through talent, skills, personalities, abilities, experiences, that creates a bigger picture, a bigger way to have better ideas and build upon those ideas and to create something better for this world. And they all do it with one goal, and that's to serve, to give hope, to inspire change. Because all in all, to me, Usher's New Look is all about helping hands, because family matters.